I gotta warm up. You know, I need to be warm.
It's 12:30. You've been out of bed for 3.5 hours. You should be warmed up. You should come to the podcast warmed up.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I didn't eat breakfast, and I haven't eaten lunch.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Dangerous.
I had a nice tall glass of ice water.
Nice.
Put some ice in a glass, and then put some tap water on it, and then just let it like get cold, and then I drank it. It was pretty good.
Wow.
It's like 90% humidity. So
Yeah, it's pretty gross outside. Yeah.
it is. I love having my air conditioner off so that I can podcast without a dull drone in the background. My favorite thing to do right now, here in this moment.
Yeah, just sitting here, I'm sweaty. Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. What time do you go to bed? Let's get into it. This is the sleepy time episode.
Last night,
Putting people to sleep in general. Let's just.
Yeah, I mean, it can go from in bed anywhere between 10:30 and midnight, you know, and then asleep anywhere between 11:30 and 1, maybe. Yeah. So.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, I think those are fine bedtimes, I guess.
Yeah. I'll just start it up. I'll start it up. Hey, and welcome to Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I'm Jeff.
I'm Sean.
Wow. On this podcast, we do 3 things. The third thing, we'll figure it out. The second thing is usually about movies, and the first thing is about animals.
Well, now it's time to get online through our internet service provider. It'll be cool. Here we go.
Sean, have you ever heard of a mole snake?
Nope. I'll look it up right now, though, so I can have things to say about it. Okay, I mean, you didn't have to be quiet while I did that. I thought you'd fill it in with, like, well, the mole snake is, but then you didn't. And that's some good dead air. Looks like they live in southern Africa. Mm-hmm. It's the entirety of their range. See that from a little map on Wikipedia. 6.5 feet long.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah. It has a firm tubular body. Okay. All right. I mean, it's a snake, right? So, are there snakes that don't?
They have firm tubular bodies? I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe we'll find one, but it's not venomous.
Lives off of golden moles. Is that right?
Oh, is that why it's called the mole snake?
And other small mammals. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, all right. So the first time someone saw it, it was eating a mole, and they were like, "Oh, that's what it eats. It only eats moles. It's a mole snake." Done. Grant money, please.
Yeah. If they had saw it eating an egg, they would have called it an egg snake.
Yeah. I graciously accept tenure now.
Please, give me all the grants.
I'll spend them all watching it have sex. And that will be the most research done on it.
You know, I really should read these articles beforehand and figure out some of these words.
No, I think in the moment is good. It's like going to the Olympics and trying to pole vault, having never done that before. But you've seen people do it, so you get it. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. I've been speaking English for a pretty long time, so
yeah.
I probably got this. It says they are viviparous under reproduction.
Viviparous, I believe.
Viviparous, yeah.
I might be wrong. Here, I'll just have the internet tell me. Viviparous.
Dang.
Is what a pretty effeminate sounding male voice just told me by clicking this little button. And that's,
Yeah.
That's not necessary for the listeners to know, but I thought it would add a little color.
Bringing forth live young that have developed inside the body of the parent. Oh, yep. Okay.
That's what viviparous means. Yeah.
I had no idea. I learned so much over here. Have we covered a snake yet that doesn't give birth to live young?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't listen to the episodes. We've been over that too. So it's impossible for me to know because I don't remember either. 25 and 50 young with as many as 95 possible.
That's disgusting.
It is. And then I guess they just squirm around or whatever, and then they leave. This is for the record. This is the shortest Wikipedia entry on reproduction I've ever seen for an animal. Period. It's 2 sentences long.
Yeah, it must not be very interesting, you know. But can you imagine? All right, so there's at least 2 snakes in the area. You know, they get it on, and then the female snake will just shoot out as many as 95 snakes.
I mean, probably not right away, but yeah.
I can't imagine more than 5 snakes being anywhere in an area near me, but there's a chance that there are like 100 snakes near me at any given time. Because how far can those snakes go in their life?
I mean, snakes are what? They're like a big spine with ribs covered in muscles. They just like slither along the ground.
Yeah. It's going to take a while to get anywhere feasibly, you know, far enough away. It's not. I don't picture snakes as being like herd animals or like in groups. I always picture them as solo creatures.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you don't really think of like snake swarms unless it's like an Indiana Jones movie.
Right. And those, I always think like the snakes that come out in the tombs or things like that were put there. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think of it like a naturally occurring thing of like 10,000 snakes just filling up a room. You know what I mean? On their own. Yeah,
that's a good point.
None of them seemed like they were working together in any of the Indiana Jones movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see any banners up like they, you know, this was their faction. Yeah, right. I agree.
Yeah, they weren't looking, you know, for anything in particular. They didn't seem to all be the same snake type, so when you get like 95 of them in your everyday life, I mean, they got to spread out. So I would imagine the first year of life is they all pick a direction and just go.
Yeah, they sort of radiate from their point of birth.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe not.
So you can't hear others slithering around in grass, and you're like, all right, this is probably good.
Well, I mean, so let's see. The mother's like 6.5 feet long, so they're pretty big, and the babies are like 8 inches long. Mm-hmm. So they've got predators, which is why they're giving. They don't like have houses like people do, so they gotta like watch. Keep their head on a swivel.
They're not venomous. Yeah.
They're not venomous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the most it says is that it can be quote quite ferocious and cause severe bite wounds.
That can be said about almost anything, though.
That's like pretty much any animal, yeah. With like a mouth and teeth, sure. Yeah. Even some that don't, but
this one in particular, very ferocious.
Apparently, or maybe not. Who knows?
They must have a lot of predators because with that many snakes per birth, not making it out of southern Africa, it's going to be the survival rate's going to be small.
Maybe just like that northern line where they stop, there's just like a row of animals that are, it's almost snake mating season. We're going to fucking gorge ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Eat every fucking snake that crawls over this line.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like it's not like at least doesn't look like an official government thing because it looks like it goes over a few different countries and stops like halfway between one. You know what I mean? It's not like one country is keeping out the snakes down there.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't think it was people like stomping the snakes. Like,
oh, I know. I was just saying like it couldn't be the way it's the map is drawn out with the distribution of the mole snake.
Yeah. Maybe they have treaties with other snakes. We'll have to look up other maps of snake. There's just like very specific areas they have.
Yeah. They have their territory.
It's snake drawn out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why when you see in like Indiana Jones, all those snakes are outcasts, and they're not allowed to carry, heraldry. They can't have their own symbols, or the snake nations will destroy them. And their lives are relegated to mixing with other snake types in ruins, other places other snakes don't want to go. They kind of live on the edge.
They're in Hollywood now. You see them smoking cigarettes and shit.
Oh yeah, actually, probably they all are exiled, and they ended up in Hollywood. That's how they show up in the internet. Those are all snake actors. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, because I guess Indiana Jones, didn't actually go to cursed ruins. It's all Hollywood magic. I forget that sometimes.
Well, that's the beauty of cinema, Sean. It takes you to another world.
The snake kind of sucks. No offense. It's not poisonous. It doesn't look like it strangles people. It's just big, and it can bite hard like anything with a mouth.
It goes after small rodents.
Yeah, which is nice, but that's also anything bigger than a rodent's.
It doesn't really have its own niche,
Yeah.
Just out here being a snake.
Mole snakes live in the abandoned burrows of other animals. So these are kind of these are kind of squatters. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They're exercising squatters' rights, Is it because they couldn't? Like they don't know how to burrow, or it's just like they're lazy?
That's a great question. I mean, they're pretty big when they're adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know, what burrows do they live in? It just says other animals, but if they eat small rodents, I can't imagine the rodents are making big enough tunnels for snakes to enter. That's a design flaw. That's a pretty big design flaw if they are, but...
Yeah, because I would assume just like any other snake, it's eating its prey whole.
Yeah, but I don't see anything really... It doesn't mention that, and it doesn't say like, oh no, it coils them up and crushes them first.
Yeah. But I don't think I could live in the same house as something I could swallow whole.
First of all, you do. Your house, everyone's house has insects and spiders in it. You swallow those whole.
They didn't make the house, okay?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But again, humans built that house, and they made it big enough for insects to live in. So I don't know.
It's the exact opposite we're saying, though. You know what I mean?
I don't. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. I frequently don't. It's easier.
An elephant wouldn't be comfortable in my house.
That's true, but then again, we do have the expression "the elephant in the room." So at some point, it's possible that an elephant could be living in a human house. Which
means to say something obvious because it's not supposed to be there, and something uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. But it could. I'm just saying it could. Right? It doesn't. This doesn't say like the snake is super comfortable in other creatures' burrows. It just says it lives there. So like maybe these little mammals are like they have a saying called the mole snake in the room.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Dang. Okay.
I'm just saying. Also, I like the world we're inventing for these little rodents much more than I am for these boring snakes.
It's the year of the snake, okay? It's the year of the snake.
Also, no, I understand. It also says the mole snake is a nest predator of this specific species of bird. The spotted prinia.
Oh. So it'll attack the nest?
It does not give me a link to nest predator, which is the easiest way for me to answer that question. So I don't know. But I'm assuming it's like like they just creep into the nest and eat all the bird eggs.
And yet it won't live in that nest.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe. Well, so like this bird. Let me brush up on how big this bird is. I don't think this bird is like 6 feet tall. So maybe the nest just isn't big enough,
Yeah, not as spacious as a golden mole's den.
No, of course not. Okay, so this, the spotted prinia, also known as the Karoo prinia, is like 5 to almost 6 inches long.
Wow. Okay. I think you could take it.
But I mean, so the nest it's building is definitely not big enough for the mole snake. That's why he doesn't live there. That's all. Oh, hey, great! Oh man, next year might be the year of the bird. If more Wikipedia pages do this, I'll just read the sentence.
Okay.
So. The calls of this species include a sharp chleet, 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 and a fast, buzzy tit, 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 tit. So they just type out in italics what the... And I assume I did it flawlessly, just reading through. They didn't give me any other notes.
Oh, that was you? I thought you had played the Played an audio clip. No.
Wow. that was yeah.
Wow.
That description was so good.
Yeah, they need to sound out more animal sounds on Wikipedia.
I think we found a new project. We're quitting the podcast to become Wikipedia noise editors.
I tried to find more information on the snake by going to a different website, but this other website is literally, it looks copied and pasted from Wikipedia.
So, first of all, Jeff, we call that academic research, what you just did. And thank you. But yeah, I don't think that the snake is just kind of
there. No one's interested in the snake.
Yeah. There's probably some dope shit about the snake, but they were just like, yep, big snake, check, done. I saw it in a nest eating bird eggs once, so it's just, we'll specifically say it's a nest predator of the Karoo prinia, which does, in fact, make a chleet, 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 chleet noise. Juveniles were observed eating clicking steam frogs.
The fuck is a clicking steam frog?
I don't know, but that sounds cooler than this dipshit snake, doesn't it?
It seems like it's gonna look cool. No, it doesn't.
It looks like a frog.
Yeah.
Gray's stream frog is locally common where conditions are favorable. Okay, that's again every animal.
Yeah.
I think I get why people don't trust science now.
It's fine. Yeah, it's... Yeah.
And I know this is Wikipedia and not science, but this comes from... This is all cited. It's just...
You know, it's hard. You know, they spend a lot of time dumbing science down so that people would be able to digest it and understand it. And they went too far and they can't go back.
I think we need more barriers to science. I think it needs to be a more exclusive club.
I mean, maybe it's me, but I mean, the Gray Stream Frog's Wikipedia page is, I would say, almost smaller than the mole snake's Wikipedia page.
The mole snake has more sections, but Gray's stream frog has like the description, the range and habitat, habits, and references. Like it is much.
But we have no idea how it breeds, how it has, reproduces. We have no idea.
Breeding takes place in almost any shallow vegetated body of water, but it doesn't describe how it takes place, which the scientists love to do. So this one, the frog also, it describes what its voice is like, but it does not give me italics to read to mimic the sound. So
what a waste.
A waste. I'm closing that page. Well, that's the mole snake. Are we gonna fix it now?
I think someone should. I mean.
Oh, definitely God did a bad job. He did a bad job on a lot of these animals. We gotta fix them.
Oh, yeah.
This one's particularly egregious. This is like his first go at snake. He's like, I don't know about eggs, but it's like just like a big tube. It's just like a big tube. How's that?
But it's like a firm tube,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's got a firm tubular body, and then there's like an angel watching him who's like making his way towards the door. Like, I don't want to hear this, man. I've heard him go on about firm tubular bodies before. This is awful.
He's been obsessed with this for a millennia. Firm tubes. It's like, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I'd love to see it just take up all of Africa and not just stay in the southern parts,
If we're gonna widen its range, we got to cut down on the number that it apparently just dumps out when it gives birth.
Right. I would say 10. Well,
yeah.
I would say 10.
Yeah,
no
I was
more,
gonna say
no less every time.
Oh, 10. I was gonna cap it at 10, but okay, 10 every time.
Yeah.
Now, when it gives birth to 10, are some like already earmarked for predators?
This may just be the mammal in me, but what do those little snakes eat when they get out? It's not like reptiles have nipples. I don't think we've never come across it. I would assume nipple is a mammal thing. Is that right?
I mean, I would have assumed all snakes dump eggs somewhere, but they don't.
Yeah.
So who knows? I'm not going to say one way or the other. Maybe we'll give... Hey, Jeff, there you go. Let's give the snake nipples.
10 nipples for each snake baby.
10 for each, or 1 for each
Oh,
for a
one
total of 10?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing about language is, it's wonderful, and the more specific you can be, the better it is to communicate. So I appreciate that.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't know if these things were like docking with 10 ports on the parent, and just like it takes like 30 seconds for them to fucking tank up on, I guess, snake milk.
Right. Snake milk. It's going to become a delicacy.
Actually, so here's the thing, though. I kind of like that idea now. I think it should have 100 nipples. And I think the baby snakes, when they come out, they just dock up, and they just fill themselves up with delicious, delicious snake milk.
Yeah. They latch on. That way the mother can be on the move.
Yeah.
If she needs to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess we're kind of making like a little makeshift Hydra, because if the snake gets into trouble, it's got a bunch of little babies that rear up. How long do they stay with the mother?
Oh, I mean, if they're getting that sweet, sweet snake milk, I would probably say... I want to say up to a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not attached that whole time, right? Like, they undock and go explore on their own, and then they come back.
Yeah, they learn other snake traits, like finding burrows. And I don't know if they were already born with teeth, but maybe this time they're just gumming it up for the first year. And when they get teeth, that's when they leave.
Okay. Do they need teeth, though?
I think because they don't have hands, so I think when they bite something, they gotta grab and kind of pull.
They probably got strong jaws, I guess. I mean, they can have teeth, that's fine, but...
All right, one tooth. They can have one tooth.
What about... That doesn't help at all. What about this?
Yeah.
Okay, when they're born, they basically have a full set of, like, human teeth. And then as they age, those fall out.
Yeah.
Those fall out, and then they grow in fangs. So when they have human teeth, they can, like, eat, like, some vegetation, small rodents.
Yeah.
Other small snakes, I guess.
Yeah. They're really good at clamping onto those nipples. That's why the mother has to have so many, because it already has teeth.
Well,
so some of them get ruined. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I didn't think that they have ports, right? Just like on their bodies. I wasn't... Because if there's 10 nipples, then I don't think the snake has 10 mouths.
True.
I just think they have like a little, like milk acquisition holes on their side. And they lose those. Those get filled in as they age.
All right. So they dock like spaceships.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. All right, yeah, I like that. I like that, yeah. Okay. They're docking. They've got a full set of human baby teeth that they lose, and then fangs grow. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the snake slaps now. That's a term that kids use to mean cool. The snake is on fleek.
Sometimes I forget you work in a college, but every once in a while.
Just gotta stay hip with the lingo. Yeah, I mean, I think this helps everybody, right? Like, humans can also, now we can milk them. Mm-hmm. Maybe that milk is venomous, but I guess that means it wouldn't curdle, maybe? It's milk that doesn't curdle.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find a use for it, yeah.
Snake cheese is probably fucking tight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Has a bite to it,
And you can catch the young ones to replace teeth.
Yeah. I bet, maybe there's a lot of young kids where these snakes live that will catch the baby or find baby snake teeth and try to use them to have the tooth fairy give them money.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. Perfect. I mean, this snake is it's pretty great.
It's pretty great now.
Yeah, it's not often you come up with when you improve a species and create a new type of cheese.
Yeah.
It's
just, we're really good. Doing the big guy's job for him, basically, but what's next? We're done with this section. We can't fix this snake more. You don't want to overtune a snake,
No, it's the delicate balance.
Yeah. Just give it a bunch of nipples and make cheese out of it and human teeth. Like it's not,
How hard is this?
Yeah. I mean, well, we make it look easy. We make it look pretty easy. Sure.
Yeah. John, did you ever see the movie Twister?
It's about tornadoes, and it's got that lady in it from the TV show with the guy who was in Alien.
It's got Helen Hunt from Mad About You, whose TV husband was Paul Reiser. Yeah, but then
And
Bill
he was an alien?
No, Bill Paxton was an alien. Right?
Are they this? I don't know. Are they the same man?
No.
Okay. Do they look similar?
No.
I feel like Paul Reiser was in an Alien movie. I didn't know his name, but I'll look it up. You don't worry about it.
He might be. Come on. I mean, technically, the movie is more. It's more of Helen Hunt's story,
Twister or Alien?
Twister, yeah.
Now I'm confused. He was in Aliens. Okay.
Paul Reiser, yeah.
Paul Reiser.
Bill Paxton was not in any Alien movie. Is that right?
I don't know. The important thing is that I was right about a movie thing. Okay. What about Twister, though? This is about Helen Hunt's journey.
Yeah.
She falls in love with the tornado.
I mean, she gets obsessed with like a certain class of tornado. She was traumatized by it because it sucked her father up when they were in the little shelter they took.
Okay.
And then
So I got it backwards. So a tornado killed her father and she's up for revenge. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So, she used to be married to Bill Paxton, and he comes back to try to get her to sign the divorce papers so he can marry this other girl.
And the divorce papers get sucked up in a tornado.
Yeah.
That sounds like a better movie already. I'm sorry. Is the woman that Bill Paxton is trying to marry the character played by Carrie Elwes?
No, it's
all right.
No, I think it's Jamie Gertz, Dr. Melissa Reeves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So she's she's a therapist, so they make some jokes about therapy in this movie, which don't hold up.
Yeah, no, that sounds important to know. So Bill Paxton wants to divorce Helen Hunt, but she's on tornado hunts. Yeah,
well, they both used to be storm chasers, but now he's going to go be a weatherman. And so, but when he goes to find her, it's like, an amazing storm season in Tornado Alley. So it's big time for these tornadoes. And so she's got her group of storm chasers, and then a rival group of storm chasers with a friend of theirs who used to be there that's always following them around because they always know where the tornadoes are because Bill Paxton's some sort of tornado whisperer. Like he picks up dirt and looks at like the clouds and flags in the air.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like it should be his story, but all right.
Yeah. Well, he eventually falls back in love with Helen Hunt by ignoring the woman he's promised to marry.
Spoilers, but all right. Yeah. Yeah. This definitely does sound more like his story.
Yeah. Well, he gets pulled back in because the Helen Hunt's group of storm chasers have finally created his idea of a bucket with a bunch of ball sensors in it that they're going to have get sucked up by the tornado, and so they can more accurately measure tornadoes and get more accurate and longer lead times for tornado warnings, so that what happened to Helen Hunt when she was a kid doesn't happen to other people. They get no warning.
Okay. I guess it is kind of their story. Yeah, she wants to foil the plot of these tornadoes by detecting them early enough so that no one else gets sucked up into the sky.
Yeah, and so
it's kind of fucked up. I mean, the tornado kind of raptured her dad. Like that's cool, right?
Yeah,
he went straight to heaven. She's not happy about that. Is that what tornadoes are? Are tornadoes angels that bring people straight to heaven, Jeff? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know whether.
The rapture happens much more slowly than we thought. So that's why Tornado Alley is in the Bible Belt. It's sucking up.
We're getting good ideas.
Yeah.
Already. What else? Is there anything else? I feel like I don't need to know anything else.
Not really. I mean, it takes another one of her family members. She works through her trauma, and then then they're making out at the end, and everyone in their group is happy.
Well, except for the.
Well, she decided to leave at the beginning of Act 3. His fiance, yeah, because he's like obsessed and with the tornadoes, and she feels like an outcast. But they needed her in the first 2 acts to introduce everybody and what's going on without.
Yeah, no, you needed someone who's not, a tornado scientist. She's the audience insert.
Yeah, and then they're like, well, fuck her, who cares?
Okay. Feels like a missed opportunity to have her, raptured, but...
Yeah, she could have died, but then it would be a harder turn when he's just like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll just go back to Helen Hunt then. To be like, yeah, my fiance just died, how about me and you hook up?
But I mean, he could have made that decision, and then she gets killed by a tornado, right? Like, just to make a clean exit.
Oh my God, what if he's subconsciously controlling their tornadoes?
That's another great idea. And he knows that his true love is Helen Hunt, so he gets pulled. Yeah, these crazy tornadoes start happening to bring him back in.
Yeah.
What's Cary Elwes doing? Because he's in the other movie. The sword fighting movie with Andre the Giant.
Oh, The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's up?
He's
with him?
He used to be buddies with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, but but he went corporate and got big sponsors. So he's got the fancy storm chasers, but they're no good at finding tornadoes. And they stole his idea for the bucket with the sensors in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so, but he doesn't have like the sense for where the tornadoes are landing or the balls.
Yes.
To get in front of the tornado and drop it off. Although he does get sucked up by a tornado.
He does?
Yeah. His whole crew does, I believe, at the end, because there's finally an F5, the giant tornado that took Helen Hunt's dad, and she was the only one to see one in person before. And they're trying to warn him that it's going to like turn, because Bill Paxton's really good at like judging the tornado, and he's like, yeah, giving me fake information, and then it turns and sucks their whole caravan up.
Okay. So Cary Elwes he's the weather scientist, but he doesn't have the tornado shining like Bill Paxton.
Right, yeah.
But I guess maybe he's deemed worthy. Him and his crew are deemed worthy because they actually build the holy bucket, and so they all get raptured. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm glad I asked. Yeah. And one last thing, there's an actor here named Joey Slotnick whose face I recognize, but who doesn't look like a good actor.
Yeah, he's in a lot of shit. I think he was in John Dies at the End.
Okay. So like I'm gonna know.
I know. I'm trying to, because he's like a big character actor. So he's in a lot of
movie.
shit.
He was in a movie called Tuna in 2013. So that's
I'm on IMDb enough. You'd think I'd learn how to use it better.
You can like just right click his name. Well, you might be on an Apple.
You might remember him from Murphy Brown.
Yeah, I'm a big Brown head, so probably I remember him from Murphy Brown. If there's one thing everybody knows about me, it's how much I like Murphy Brown.
I'd bring up Boston Legal, but we know Kyle doesn't listen to this, so fuck that.
Yeah, fuck Boston Legal. It's a piece of shit show. Fucking terrible.
Yeah, Blast from the Past. He's on the TV show Ellen.
I might actually know him from an episode of The Nanny, because he used to play that in the gym. Back when I went places outside.
Yeah.
So
he does have a pretty pretty recognizable face.
Yeah, I don't like it though. I think was the point I was trying to make.
You don't like it?
Like I knew the face, but it was just I saw it and I was just like, ugh, this guy.
And listen, everyone, I mean, they gotta live their lives, but Sean Wayland also does not have a great face. It's also very recognizable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember him from Murphy Brown. my favorite TV show.
But as far as I know, in my limited life research, I don't remember a sequel to Twister. Which, at the end, they have all this data they're gonna do. They're gonna get more grants. So, I mean, they're gonna start their own little, I guess, tornado company. I don't
Yeah, I mean,
to
they're going
hunt
to
down
get
tornadoes.
yeah, they're going to get a bunch of grants and spend it on studying how tornadoes have sex. I mean, that's the scientist thing to do. Okay. Well, I mean, definitely, probably a direct sequel, right? Like, what do they learn about these tornadoes?
Yeah. And can we change the T to a 2 in the poster? So it's
Yeah, like two
Twister.
Wister. Yeah, I like that. Well, I don't like it, but I accept it.
Yeah.
I guess it's important to be precise with language. So,
And just putting it out there, the E is going to be a 3 for the third one. So
if there's a third one, let's. Actually, I think the W should be a 3, and in the logo it spins around like a tornado.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It could still be the E, and we could just spin that like a tornado. But whatever it is,
Well,
it spins like a tornado.
That can be for the 6th installment where it's 2 F5 tornadoes, and they call them sisters, you know, and they always show up at the same time, twist around each other.
Yeah.
So
All right. Just kind of really putting it all out there on the line when we haven't even come up with the plot for Twister. Can we get Philip Seymour Hoffman in? I'd love to see him on the big screen again, Jeff.
it's been too long. What's going on with him? You know, he played like such a fucking 90s bro, but a weird 90s bro. You know what I mean? He was very touchy and.
I don't. No,
Weird.
I don't really remember him from things.
He had goggles. It's just.
I definitely didn't see him in this movie. I mean, I saw this movie once on TV, probably like 20 years ago.
All right. Well, okay. Twister 2. Okay. Obviously, someone has to be in charge of the research and the modeling for that, and someone has to be in control of the lab. So that's Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Let's get them out of the field for Twister 2. Let's make them admirals, basically. You know what I mean?
I don't know at all what you mean by admirals of twisters, but I do think, they're out of the field. I think the invention of the bucket ball detector thing means that you don't need people to be out in the field to catch twisters. Like, I think, like, maybe whatever place this is, like some department of the government or a private corporate, just puts buckets places. They just, like, leave buckets out there with little sensor balls on them. And if a bucket gets picked up, they go, that's probably a twister. We don't need people. Yeah, look at it go. All the numbers just went up.
You know? And let's say, since Helen Hunt was really into tornadoes and Bill Paxton was trying to get out in Twister 1, let's say that Bill Paxton's now really into the lab and the tornadoes, and Helen Hunt wants out because, you know, she needs to be out in the field. You know, she needs to be putting her life in danger. You know, really switch those roles there. And then...
Yeah, what if she's just like an adrenaline junkie?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like tornado. Maybe she's forbidden from going out there because she's messed up with the buckets.
Yeah.
So she's like a... I don't know. What do adrenaline junkies do?
Oh, she's going to put herself in all kinds of danger just to get a feel. So
she skydives.
Yeah.
It'll come up later when they have to dive into the center of the tornado.
And then, so let's see, they're out in the field, so we got to put somebody else in charge of, like, the caravan. So I want to say Joey Slotnick, or we can't do Philip Seymour Hoffman, I guess, because he died, but, you know, maybe we open up on his funeral.
That's
for
grim.
Dusty.
That's grim.
Well, that's what you do when you kill an important character off. You have to kill an important character off because the actor died. You know, you got to address it in the movie.
We have a tried and true way to get people out of this movie. We do a CGI flashback where he gets fucking raptured. Or just like the truck gets raptured that he's in. We don't even have to show him. That'll save on money.
Yeah.
We're going to make this real cheap.
Yeah, you see him driving in a truck. That's just cut footage from the first one. And then boom, the truck raptured.
And someone goes like, oh no, he was in that truck.
if Twister was made today, there would have to be either a sci-fi. There'd have to be a sci-fi element, or else it wouldn't get greenlit.
The device would be to destroy the tornado before it destroys houses. I'm not kidding. I genuinely believe the thing would be,
Yeah.
I've invented a bucket ball to destroy tornadoes when they form, and like they would have to go chase the storm and try to find out how they can get in front of it to put the bucket in its way to destroy the tornado.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What if they find out that Carrie Elves? I don't know how to say his last name.
I say Elwes. I don't know how I don't really care.
Carrie Elwes' character didn't die when he got sucked up. His truck got sucked up to the tornado, then smashed on the ground and blew up.
Jeff,
But yeah,
you're predicting what I wanted to be the after credit scene for this movie, where a truck lands somewhere in a desert, maybe, and then the door opens, and Philip Seymour Hoffman steps out, and then the passenger door opens, and it's Helen Hunt's dad. They're back from heaven.
it's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was gonna make Carrie Elwes a supervillain who is either capturing tornadoes from the future or the past and bringing them to present day to try to kill Helen Hunt.
This is like Twister 4 or 5 though. When we jumped it, like Twister 2, yeah, like you're so jumping the shark like right off the bat.
I know. I can't help it.
Like, you just need a solid. We got to prove that this should have a third movie first.
Okay. All right. So they're in the lab. Philip Seymour Hoffman gets sucked up by a tornado. Post-credit scene, he comes back down in the truck with his dad, with Helen Hunt's dad.
Yeah, not his dad. Who gives a shit about his dad? This is a movie about people raptured by tornadoes.
So how does Twister 2 actually go? Where's the conflict? How does it end?
I think maybe because Helen Hunt is an adrenaline junkie now, she's more distant from Bill Paxton. So the other lady is back in the picture now.
Because he had to go to therapy, and the only therapist his local HMO would cover was her.
Great, perfect. That's perfect.
He walks in because he doesn't know the name of the doctor.
No, he doesn't know. Oh, she's remarried. Oh yeah,
oh my god.
She's married someone else. Yeah.
Oh.
Is there Oh, what if she remarried and it's Carrie Elwes' twin brother?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So there's some tension there. He's like, you got my brother killed with your bucket ball.
Yeah, classic husband of the therapist in the therapy session.
Oh, no. Well, no, he means
somewhere else.
The therapy sessions are like, he's like he goes to visit his wife at her therapy office, and then as he's coming out, he runs into Bill Paxton. He's like, "What are you doing here, you piece of shit?"
Obviously, I'm trying to work through stuff. You know?
Yeah, we can make that scene real weird.
Seeing a therapist.
Yeah, if we want Carrie Elwes, and in the movie, what's his last? Hold on, I have the thing. The character, Carrie Elwes' character's name was Dr. Jonas Miller. Okay, so maybe his brother is Dr. Jonas Miller, but the S is a 2. His parents were weird. But whatever. So it's Carrie Elwes 2, his twin brother, married to the therapist that Bill Paxton has to see because of the Twister involvement and also his poor relationship with Helen Hunt, who is now an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how you get the audience in, because he's gonna just do all the exposition in those therapy sessions.
Yes. Oh, perfect. See?
Yeah.
See? We don't need time travel yet. We don't need time travel at all. We make an actual movie first. I don't know now, though. I don't know what happens in the movie. I don't want it to just be about Bill Paxton getting therapy. Got to involve Twister somehow.
Yeah, I keep wanting to go sci-fi and crazy so early. I'm just... okay, well, how about, okay. So they're in therapy, you know, and how about a tornado attacks Dr. Jonas Miller's parents' house?
Oh, tornadoes have taken everything from Cary Elwes' twin brother now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That Bill Paxton is the only, and Helen Hunt are the only two that can save his parents' house from that tornado. It's heading straight for it.
Okay, yeah. All right.
And
What
yeah.
did Cary Elwes, he was another storm chaser. So what's his brother do? Like, what's his profession? Because I don't think this therapist would marry another storm chaser unless that's like, does she have like a type and it's just storm chaser?
I want to say 4th grade teacher.
Okay, that it feels weird to make him the bad guy then when he runs into Bill Paxton.
He's not a bad guy. He's hurt. He's got his emotions.
I mean, I don't think he's hurt though. He just runs into a guy his wife used to date, and he's like, "What are you doing here, you piece of shit?" That feels weird to then be like, "I gotta go to my fucking 4th grade class, you piece of shit. Enjoy your therapy, asshole." Like,
fine, I guess.
I know. I'm coming around because on the other hand, it gives that character a lot of color. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty interesting.
We can cut to scenes where he's like really having a great time with the students.
Oh no! He's got to teach them about weather, and that's more exposition about tornadoes we can do.
Oh no! On the way to his parents' house, the bus full of kids on a field trip is almost getting sucked up by a tornado.
That's perfect, Jeff. Oh man! See, you're doing all I said was you can't do time travel, and now you've built like a full real movie.
The stakes are high.
But
this bus really can't go under 55 miles an hour, or it'll get sucked up by a tornado.
So, oh yeah, they're running away from it.
Yeah.
Is he on the bus or?
I think so, and I think he calls his wife to tell her, like, listen, you know, it's really, I might not make it out of this, and she's like in the middle of a therapy session with Bill Paxton, you know, and he's
sending her texts. Yeah, so she's like, oh, that's just my phone. We're in a session. I'll ignore it.
Yeah.
But then she glances down and sees he sent her a bunch of tornado emojis.
Yeah.
And she goes, wait a minute. And then he looks over. Maybe Bill Paxton grabs the phone because maybe he's a rude piece of shit. You know, just really entitled. I don't know. I don't remember Twister.
Yeah. So that would. I like that. So yeah, and then.
So Bill Paxton has to guide Helen Hunt, who's in a plane. She was about to do a skydive.
Yeah, she needs that adrenaline.
And so what she has to do is use things on the plane to make a bucket full of balls to destroy the tornado. Yeah. Bill Paxton's refined his idea, but people still don't believe him. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, a bucket full of balls is for sensing tornado information, not destroying them.
Yeah.
Destroying tornadoes is a power not meant to be held by mankind. But he's convinced they can do it. So he's got to talk her through it, his crazy theory. Then him and the therapist get in a car and they're driving to the parents' house too. Mm-hmm. That's where everybody's gonna have we'll have a big party at the end.
Yeah.
Just show everybody everything's okay.
Yeah.
Helen Hunt has a skydive into the tornado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To destroy it.
Yeah.
You know, and then right before she destroys it, you can see like the rear wheels of the bus kind of levitating off the ground. It's getting like pulled back in.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Really put those kids in danger. Yeah.
Yeah. The stakes have to be so real, so high.
So high. Maybe one of the kids remembers an important thing about tornadoes from the lessons that Cary Elwes too was giving them.
Yeah.
And then he reminds Cary Elwes of that, and then Cary Elwes texts his wife, who reminds Bill Paxton, who tells Helen Hunt. It's like a whole... Yeah. That'll be a whole scene.
I want to say like she's missing for like a good 10 minutes after she blows up the tornado, and they're all at Dr. Jonas Miller's parents' house. Yeah, and there was a barbecue planned anyway, so there's food and stuff there. So they're like, you know, they're kind of like recapping, be like, wow. And I want to see her like, just you see her as they're talking about, oh my God, she's gone, and just like parachuting in, and then just landing, jumping, then disconnecting the parachute.
Yeah.
What did I miss? You know?
And all the kids cheer.
Yeah. And a couple of the grown-ups laugh. One of them gives one of those looks like, you crazy. You know that?
Yeah.
Like that look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'll all know her from knowing Cary Elwes' twin brother who died, who was raptured by a tornado.
Well, she's a famous storm chaser. I mean, she helped develop the bucket of balls.
Definitely, yeah. And maybe also at the party scene, Bill Paxton and Carrie always, they have that moment where they can, like, come to terms and they do a firm handshake.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, like, no, we're friends now.
Yeah.
Boom, credits.
Wow.
This is a great movie. I'd watch that. I'd watch that right after watching Twister to remind myself who these people are and what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to ask this. Can Twister 3, can we start getting some sci-fi elements in? Or?
Well, now that they have a device that destroys tornadoes, I think all bets are off. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say Twister 3 could be, so Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, they're remarried. They're over their issues, or they've come to terms with it. They've got kids now. Turns out the kids got the tornado shining too, but maybe a little stronger. They can control them consciously, right? And and it can be the kids in 4th grade. He's in Carrie Owens' class.
He's getting bullied.
He's getting bullied, and he throws a kid into the wall with wind. Mm-hmm. And then a bald man in a wheelchair comes up. No,
I want to say,
Oh, not only can they their kids sense and control tornadoes, they can feel someone building a weather machine.
Oh.
Someone knows about their tornado destroying device, right? Mm-hmm. And is building a better one, maybe to make tornadoes. It's like a military thing.
Military controllable tornadoes. That was the one element they were missing. They were learning how to create tornadoes, ones that can't be destroyed by the bucket of balls. But they're like, how do we, just are able to control these tornadoes reliably? You know what I mean? Because we can set up weather conditions. But something in their tests, it's always like, right at the end, or it always blows up in their face. They're trying to get ready,
Yeah.
And then they see this 4th grade kid that's controlling tornadoes and wins. They pick up on it. That's the missing link,
Maybe one of their old Storm Chaser friends from the first movie now works on this project, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or he was working on, maybe it's Joey Slotnick, right?
Yeah.
What's he doing lately? Nothing. He's in Twister 3.
Yeah.
Or Twist 3er. He was working on a startup.
Yeah.
To do it was like a climate change thing, right?
Oh.
We can set up wind conditions to bring water, like rain to, the West Coast, which desperately needs it right now. His startup was bought out by a big tech company that's like a military contractor now. And they're using his research. So he's visiting Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. And then he sees their kid doing wind stuff. And he's like, whoa, your kid's an X-Man or whatever. We probably don't have the rights to that, but...
Wow. Somehow your kid's DNA was mutated to be able to control wind.
That's so stupid. Okay, well, what happens then? Just a traditional, the government wants these kids?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's either going to be they have to stop the government from taking the kid, or the government takes the kid and they got to get it back. And so they're going to have to use some sort of...
Well, not the government. It would be this military, this private contractor. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and so they're going to have to use some sort of mind control or hypnosis on the kid to get the kid to do what they want, Maybe they trick the kid into thinking it's a video game or something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then Helen Hunt's got to recruit somebody to help them get their kids back.
Well, at the end of 2, remember, Philip Seymour Hoffman and her dad came back to life.
That's right.
Those came down from heaven, yeah.
Those would be the people you're least expecting.
Yeah.
Because they think they're both dead. Long dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So how do they come in, though? Is it They got to make a cool entrance, of course.
Yeah, something about parents and kids because it's her dad and her kid is missing. You know.
Yeah. She's like, oh no, I knew what it was like to be an adult woman whose father was raptured by a tornado. I don't want my kids to grow up without us, Bill Paxton. Mm-hmm. We're their parents. We should be there for them. And then there's a voice from the door.
Yeah.
Of her dad going, I agree completely. And then it's Philip Seymour Hoffman's just behind him. He's just there. He doesn't have anything to say because it's like a family moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like,
see, I was sent back.
Yeah.
Like Gandalf.
Yeah. Sent back.
We're tornado wizards. Oh, yes. There's
yeah, he learned his history of his family. It lays dormant like Teen Wolf. It skips a generation. Sorry, I had to create that tornado. I needed to get away from your mom. It was the only way.
There's a lot of things about this you don't understand yet.
Yeah.
Your son's got a gift. Your son's got a gift.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to get raptured up like I did.
Yeah.
And they go back.
Yeah, they go to their old farm where the only building standing is like an airplane hangar for like crop dusting. But he goes in there and he hits a false panel or something. There's all kinds of guns. Maybe a cooler plane. You know.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, her dad is like an assassin for tornadoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Another unexpected turn. Her dad sounds interesting. Now, I'd like a prequel. Let's just put a pin in that. A prequel, like a Rocketeer style. Like,
oh yeah.
maybe just her dad is the Rocketeer. It was never the backpack. It was always tornado mutant power.
It's quite a family. Yeah. And they've got to miniaturize the bucket of balls tech so they can all basically go into this facility strapped with these portable things, like maybe like a backpack.
Yeah, they've got tornado backpacks. Yeah. That basically are the Rocketeer backpacks, but they expel tornadoes out the back that lift you into the air. Yeah. Small tornadoes, of course, but... Yeah, and maybe like they're talking about like, well, if we had smaller versions of this bucket full of balls, Bill Paxton's like, well, I've got prototypes. I've been working on a design.
Yeah.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman kind of nods knowing. He's like, I can help you finish it up. Because,
Because I've been inside a tornado.
Yeah.
I know what it's like.
I've been there. I've been to tornado heaven.
I was inside that tornado for 5 years before I got to heaven. 5 long years.
I want to see a flashback there, too. Just him being flipped around in a tornado. Till he slowly learns to ride the winds. He's the wind rider when he comes back.
Yeah.
That's... He's like a human who didn't have the shining, but he learned the ways of the tornado. Yeah. And they fly in, I guess.
He's tamed it. He keeps it in his garage.
Yeah. He's got like a tornado pet. Well, they're not so bad once you get to know them.
Ugh. Now that bridge has been taken out, we're never going to get over to the compound. Bridges. And then he does a loud whistle.
Yeah. So they fly into the government facility.
Yeah. Like
superheroes, I guess. Maybe that bridge that they jumped was called the Shark. Just a subtle nod,
Yeah.
They save the kids. Maybe, I feel like maybe the last showdown is between Helen Hunt and the guy that runs this contract, this corporation.
Yeah.
And because she's an adrenaline junkie, she uses her tornado powers to kill him, just to see what it would feel like.
Yeah. She tears him apart with a small tornado.
Yeah. Just rips him to shreds.
Yeah. Well, talking about how you don't mess with people's kids.
Yeah.
She comes out. They're looking for her, like, "How are you okay?" Because she's got blood on her, and she's like, "Yeah, but it's not her blood. It's the guy she tore apart with."
Yeah, the man she ripped into shreds with a miniature tornado.
It's time to go home.
and then they fly away. They all
Yeah.
fly away on tornadoes.
Bill Paxton doesn't find out till Twister 4. So he sees the security cam footage of her just tearing apart that guy. Just so cold.
Yeah, she gets a taste for it, I think.
Yeah.
I think maybe other people come for their kids, and then just they disappear. And now there's like, that's the beginning of Twister 4. There's an investigation going on in their town because people have gone missing. And it's anyone who, like the parents of that bully that was bullying their kid earlier. Yeah. That whole family just fucking disappears.
Yeah. We found, we can find some body parts, but never a whole body.
Now,
Body parts are miles apart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would this man's shoe be 20 miles outside town? It doesn't make sense.
What is his hat doing in a tree 3 towns over? He didn't buy any plane tickets. So she's a murderer.
Maybe she's the villain of the 4th film, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta get the new blood in. We got the kid with tornado powers,
I mean, I don't know. I don't have ideas for that now. I liked our tight trilogy.
Yeah, that's good. I do want future tornadoes to be used, but now that they can control tornadoes,
Well, if they've got The Shining, sure. Mm-hmm. Or if you've got one of the backpacks, you could fly through a tornado. But
yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose when you reboot it and you say that family, most of the older people have died out, and the new kids are shunning their tornado powers. You can see one of them in the future is sending back tornadoes to kind of.
Oh yeah,
goat
that's
them
the 4th
into doing
movie.
Something. Yeah.
When it turns out Helen Hunt's been killing people, that sets her kids down a dark path, and they don't want to control tornadoes. They see what it does to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I mean I don't know why they missed this opportunity to franchise Twister, but
Hollywood, give us a call.
Yeah, we're waiting.
We'll make this movie on the cheap. We can tie it into the Sharknado franchise.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how realistic the 2 soda bottle tornadoes look when you have a camera really close on them, So you can do it pretty cheaply.
Real cheap.
Yeah.
All right, that's the last thing. No transitions, I guess.
Okay. I was wondering if we could do something on ghosts. I personally don't believe in ghosts. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't. I mean, you'd be surprised by some people, though.
Oh, Jeff, ghosts definitely real, of course.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like vampires and werewolves.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in ghosts.
So what I thought we could do,
or do I?
is see
A little mystery. A little mystery for the listeners. You don't know. You get no idea.
we could read IMDb summaries of episodes of Ghost Hunters and decide whether or not the places they went were actually haunted. And see if we can be convinced.
Easy. I just if that was a game, I won it. Well, Jeff, where would this podcast be without Wikipedia and IMDb?
I don't know. I really don't know. Let me read the summary of episode 1 of Ghost Hunters to you, Sean, and we'll see if I can convince you that ghosts are real. Okay. Now this was written by Anonymous, so I would give credit. I just can't. Okay. Right after Jason and Grant unclog a drain, they get a call from case manager Brian Harnois. He's fielded a report of an apparent poltergeist playing with and throwing a little girl's toys. The job is many miles away in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and Jason and Grant have to clear the trip with their wives and get time off from Roto-Rooter. Grant's wife, Rena, is upset but understands. Jason's wife, Chris, is getting fed up with this whole ghost hunting thing. In Adeluna, the team sets up in a girl's room and in the attic. Donner interviews Brenda, the girl's mother, who asks the team to bless the house, whether it's haunted or not. Carl obliges. The team analyzes the data. While the camera found nothing, the digital recorders picked up an electronic voice phenomena, which, after being electrically processed, appears to be the voices of deceased children. One says, "They don't want us." Another says, "Can I come in?" Brenda's home seems to have a strong paranormal activity. She's thankful for the validation, for the team, the hard work, and the long drive has paid off.
That was too much.
It's too long? Too long.
It's too long. Why was there a first part about that they had to leave their jobs to do this?
From Roto-Rooter? I don't know.
Yeah, why? What is...
I think since it's the first episode, the producers weren't quite sure that the ghost thing was going to hold up. So they wanted to get this other shit in there.
And what's the show called?
Ghost Hunters.
So they thought if the ghost part didn't pan out, they could pivot to a reality show about a pair of dudes who worked at Roto-Rooter.
Yeah. Whose wives got mad when they were like, "No, things are haunted. We're going to go look."
Well, okay, but that's, again, most people's wives. I'm assuming most significant others would be like, you're going to call out of work to go hunt ghosts. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I wish I had known this when we got together.
It's several hours away you're going to go. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You're going to set up in a girl's bedroom and the attic. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, at least someone will be there to film and broadcast it all.
How much do you think they spent on ghost busting equipment? I'm sorry, not ghost busting. They've never busted a ghost, from what I can tell.
Yeah, they hunt them.
They hunt them. Ghost hunting equipment.
$40.
That's it.
I can't imagine ghost hunting equipment costs very much.
I mean, but after how much does it cost to electronically process audio? I mean,
just like a little voice recorder thing.
Well, the digital recorders picked it up, but then it had to be processed so they could hear those words.
Okay, so whatever a MacBook costs, right? It's like $1,000.
Yeah, the initial investment.
Yeah, the initial investment of that, and then I guess the time. If you want to put a price on the amount of time they spent working out how to use like the programs that it comes with.
Yeah.
To quote unquote isolate the ghost voice.
Now I know they went with like the reality TV show route, but I think they could have gotten just as much money if they decided they would also look for ghosts in houses they were roto-rooting, right? It's plumbing. So they'd have to go to haunted houses that had clogged drains. That way they get paid for the roto-rooting, and they could look for ghosts. You know what I mean?
I don't. They did that?
No, I'm saying they should have.
Oh. Well, how do you... First of all, if you believe in ghosts, then they're just everywhere. Like most people with firm beliefs in the supernatural. Yeah. It fills in the blanks for you, basically. Yeah. And you see them everywhere.
Okay.
Or you think they're everywhere. So then just any house they went to with a clogged toilet or whatever, like a clogged drain.
Has ghosts.
Probably had ghosts, yeah. But I don't think that they could just be like, hey, so we unclogged that drain, and also we took like a bunch of audio recordings without your permission in your house, and we just like to ask after the fact if we can try to isolate ghost voices when we illegally recorded everything that was happening. Is that cool?
I noticed when I walked through your kitchen to get to your bathroom that there was a draft. Now, do you ever see apparitions? Because this place may be haunted, and for an extra $39.95, I'll hunt these ghosts and play back video or audio that might look like there may have been a ghost there. Does that sound good?
This is, please listen to me. This is so important. We will not bust these ghosts. Okay. We are not the Ghostbusters. We are not associated with the Ghostbusters. We will hunt them and identify them, just so that you know that they're there, and then we will leave.
Yeah. Just so that you don't... Because you probably feel crazy, right? Because of this draft. Mm-hmm. I want to validate these feelings. I want you to know that someone with, like, a little thing that buzzes and clicks and I move around, I also see it. and that's scientifically now proven that you have a ghost. How's that sound? Sounds like it'd be worth a recurring subscription of $49.95 for us to come out here monthly and say, yeah, there's definitely still a ghost here.
Is that a service they provide?
No, but they should.
That is a great idea. Because if you get someone who believes in ghosts,
get them on the hook.
They're just everywhere. So, like, if you're selling it, like, oh yeah, what you got here is a Class 2 Phantom. Pretty common houses of this age, built in the 80s.
Yeah,
you're gonna have at least a Class 2 Phantom.
I see it all the time. You're probably fed up at work now, huh?
Yep. Yeah, boss giving you trouble. Yes, yeah, they decenter your ghostliness. Your whole spirit's off.
Yeah.
You link up with like someone who does crystal magic.
Oh yeah. And listen, we got a great this package. This next package up comes with a monthly delivery of sage.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave the house.
I can bind the ghost. Sure, he won't give you trouble, but your chakras are going to be misaligned, and I can recommend you a crystal person. Really get your chakras back in line. Kind of keep apparitions and phantoms, all the ghosts and ghoulies from getting you.
You're gonna need more hanging lights or like fans, because right now they got a clear flight path right through your house, right from the living room all the way to the bedroom. They can just all night, just gonna keep you up. You could put a couple things in the way, that gonna slow them down.
Now, I don't want to paint everybody who believes in ghosts as gullible fool.
Of course not.
But I do think that there's enough gullible fools who believe in ghosts that, like, instead of... I don't think Roto-Rooter is going to want to pair up with this,
You say we need a different kind of sponsor.
Well, I'm thinking, like, aren't there, like, what's the company that keeps bugs out your house? Like, that's the same thing.
Oh, Orkin. Yeah.
That's the same thing, right?
But to be clear, they're not busting these ghosts.
That we do not bust ghosts. Okay? Excuse me, first of all, miss, ghost busting is a pejorative term, okay?
Now, to be clear, now we've been around your neighborhood. We got a lot of families out here using our services. We do not bust these ghosts.
No.
We are clearly just finding these ghosts, adding the sage that protects their home. It does not bust the ghost. So the more people in your neighborhood taking advantage of our services means that there's more likely that there's going to be what we call homeless ghosts in your area. And they're going to find whatever house they can.
We did also make both of our characters sound vaguely southern. And there are a lot of haunted houses, quote unquote, wink wink, in New England. So, but I don't think you got a bunch of fucking ghosts up in here, buddy. Like, it doesn't have the same ring, right? I don't know what it is. Sorry, busting ghosts? No, we don't bust ghosts, buddy. We don't bust ghosts. Listen to this guy thinking we bust ghosts. No, we don't bust them.
Busting ghosts. Is this the movie? Are we in a movie right now? Am I going to turn around and Matt Damon's going to be here? No, we don't bust any ghosts. I can't do a bust accent. I only reference Boston actors. That's it. Okay? And L.A., Missouri.
How do you like them spirits?
This place wicked haunted. It's fucking, gross. It's almost as bad as that Dunkin' Donuts down the road. Had 5 phantoms. 5.
Oh, buddy, your house is like freaking wicked haunted, bro. Oh, yeah, I've never seen apparitions like this.
Oh, my God.
I'd watch this show, too. This just feels like an outreach of the reinventing a movie, but I would watch exaggerated New England guys.
You feel that? In the back of my neck. I just felt a chill. It's freaking weird.
Oh, yeah, but you felt the chill, I'm sure. Yeah, all right, okay.
Oh, look out, there's a phantom. Boom, nut tap. You see that? I wasn't even touching it. My Dunkin' Donuts cup moved. Just moved, just a little bit, slightly. Fucking creepy.
Oh, bro, where'd you get that dunks, man? Because I was in the dunks the other day. I gotta chill. The whole place was friggin' wicked haunted. I told the owner he didn't want nothing to do with it.
And guys, listen, I know she's still alive, but I feel like my apartment is fucking haunted by my ex Brenda, that bitch. I don't know, is that Boston? I can't do a Boston accent, I don't think.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just better than the southern one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that organs should pair with them, right? You just boom.
Pest and ghost control. Yeah, these freaking things are gonna hide in your walls. You gotta get them out of there.
They're just like even just for like a nominal fee, like when they have like the like sprays, or they'll do like they'll smoke stuff out. They'll have like that thick mist that they can spray places. Sometimes we put a little holy water in. You know, it's just not that much extra, but we put a little holy water in. It kind of, hey, listen, it does not bust the ghosts.
It's completely up to you. Listen, we got these little hooks. You put them on your doors, your cabinets. They're ghost proof. Ghosts just out opening these fucking cabinets there. You put these in, no more problems. They get frustrated. They can't undo them.
First of all, Jeff, that's a great idea, and you should actually make that product and sell it because people would fucking buy it. Does this ever happen to you? You walk into your kitchen and all your drawers and cabinets are open and shutting real fast, and your cups are going everywhere. You got ghosts, buddy, but not no more. With Jeff Boudreaux's, you're gonna need a name for it. We need a catchy name for it. We'll table that. That's fine.
Ghost lock.
What I'm thinking is the idea we don't bust the ghosts, and that's very. I don't know. It's very funny to keep saying, and I'm gonna say it in my day-to-day life, and no one's gonna know what I'm talking about.
We don't bust ghosts. I need to be very clear.
Ghosts. We do not bust ghosts. But
can't tell you how many people say you never busted the ghost. I never said I was busting any ghosts.
For people who believe in ghosts, they don't want the ghost busted.
Right.
You want the ghost around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you believe that the ghost exists and it's like doing its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the whole thing is like ghost just like cleansing, basically. Like you calm the ghost, you soothe the ghost. It doesn't bother you anymore. It's still here. We're catering to your belief in ghosts, but we're also extracting some money from you to quote unquote calm it or soothe it.
Yeah. Okay, you can cancel your plan, but I hate to see something happen in your house where all these phantoms start messing things up. Throwing all your dishes around, flickering the lights on and off, maybe haunting your kid. It's fine.
Your in-laws are coming over, but all your cutlery and your cups are flying around the kitchen. Oh, no. Introducing Jeff Boudreaux's Spirit Lock. Add it to your cabinets. Add it to your drawers. Ghosts can't open them anymore. Keep your forks and knives where they belong.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit Lock. Just 3 easy payments of $39.99.
Put yourself back in control of your kitchen.
They were blessed by an exorcist. They each have a little vial of holy water in it.
Yeah. You're gonna at least once a month. I'm gonna need you to have holy water in some of these high activity areas. It doesn't bust anything, but kind of keeps them, out of your way.
You just cleanse the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, several great product ideas, an excellent show idea, some just fascinating characters. Oh yeah, Roto-Rooter? Yeah, I still got some friends there. But I don't work there anymore. I hunt ghosts. I don't bust them.
They fired me months ago. They said it was not about hunting of ghosts. But I could tell.
They fired me for trying to record in people's private homes. I'm just listening for ghost talk. Okay. This has been the heads up. Well, is there something else you wanted to do?
No, I just like how you're like, okay, it's over.
This is how I leave places too. I just get up and leave. I mean, do I need a long extended goodbye if I'm going to see you again? No, I don't.
No. Let's make it happen. You know?
Make it out, yeah.
Share your ghost stories with us at Heads Up on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, yeah, you get like a whole thing. Yeah. Do that. I don't check them. I don't care.
Yeah. Share your ghost stories with us. headsuppod@gmail.com.
Kind of sucked to be a ghost, though, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, in the way we're perceiving ghosts or the stories we hear, yeah.
It's probably nice to be indoors all the time. And you don't have to worry about bugs, unless there's ghost bugs, which is another whole nightmare. Another great pairing for Orkin. I guess you just, like, hang out the whole time and watch people? That sounds awful.
Yeah. And pretty boring.
Yeah.
I guess you could maybe control a TV. I don't know, but it seems unlikely.
It does seem unlikely.
Maybe there's fun shit to do, but it seems like I don't know, is everybody who dies become a ghost? Because a lot of fucking people have died, and it's got to be crowded.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It'd be fine if you could, like, watch TV, play video games, and read books. And, like, if being a ghost is just like being retired, like recreational living, like, yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Doesn't seem it.
That's why so many libraries and theaters are haunted, you know?
That's a great point, too. You can add that to the pitch.
A lot of entertainment spaces.
Yeah.
Are you losing business because of ghosts? Not no more. And then, whatever phone number we have.
Yeah. I don't know. What you should have done right there is just give out Brett's cell phone number.
Call us today, and if we don't answer or say we don't hunt ghosts, call again. We do it.
Since we don't bust them, sometimes they haunt our phones. What else? You get the other things in there.
Oh, that's it.
Was there an email? Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's not that important. Email.
I agree. Yeah.
Look for the T-shirt. We don't bust ghosts. But yeah, other than that, that's fine.
This has been the Heads Up Podcast with Jeff and Sean. I'm Sean.
I'm Jeff.
And we're popping off.
Toodles.
The important thing is that I was right about a movie thing.